The Sooshi Mango Podcast, turbocharged by Cavallo Prestige.
Hello.
That's the 1, 2.
Put on a jacket. When I was your age, I was my age. The Sooshi Mango Podcast. We're like one big family.
That's why we say join the familia.
The most ethnic podcast going around.
Can I have a look at your wallet?
Yeah, do you want to just
Can
whip it
we
out?
have a
It's
look at the
huge
wallet?
That's bigger than mine.
Oh my God.
And the funny thing is, there's just no money in it.
Bro, what do you got in here, man?
Mate, pretty much everything.
Do
Like,
you have cutlery in here and stuff like that?
I do like to have my own
Are
colour.
they credit cards? Why
Honestly,
is it so fat? What's
I'm
in
actually
there?
not sure. I haven't really gone in there and investigated, but
It's a chunky wallet to begin with.
It is.
Like there's a lot of leather there.
but I've always had a chunky wallet too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just something that's always.
But how do
been-
you sit like?
I usually just put it on the table. It's very strange.
It's a
You
bag.
need a fucking forklift for that thing, man.
I don't know why. It's weird.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very special guest, very funny guy. It's been like 4 years in the making. We're supposed to get you on the
I
pod.
reckon about 10.
Even before we met, it was meant to happen. Very funny guy, absolute legend. Elliot Loney, ladies and gentlemen. Yay!
Thanks, guys. As I said, absolute pleasure coming on your podcast. And jokes aside, we have been talking about this for a long time, so I was super excited to come on. And congratulations on all the success you've had as well.
Thank
It's
you,
been-
mate.
Thank
been
you,
massive.
mate.
I've been seeing the sellout shows and the tours. And
Yeah, it's been good.
Great.
Same to you, man. You've like we were just talking before we jumped on how you've become this like the man of many faces in Australia. And, you've almost become this like go-to person when the tennis is on, and you're doing great things, man. So
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I love you. You're bang on with your impressions. Impersonations, impressions. What is it? Either either.
Open to interpretation.
Open to interpretation.
Right.
Well, talk about that. You just hit that in the nail on the head there. Your Bruce McAvaney kills me. Man.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Brucey. Oh, there's just so many things
Yeah.
rattling around in this head. It's very crook, to be fair.
For me, it's Kyrgios. The Kyrgios impression.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah. Well, the greatest thing about the Kyrgios one is I love Nick because he's so good at being able to take a laugh at himself.
Yeah.
And it's great. Like, I do it in front of him and he's just in stitches, and that's what I love about it. I'm like, that's what the humour should be, you know?
well, that's
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're doing a heightened version of someone, even like what we do, right?
Yeah.
It's a heightened version of a character, right? And so I think people could probably take it the wrong way, but it's good that they take it in their stride.
Don't they say the grandest form of flattery is imitation?
Yeah, they do
So,
say
I mean, come on, like, people. It's a good thing.
Well, do people get pissed off that you do it?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Like, I think that I can tell a lot about, like, sort of someone's character by the way that they do take the satire.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, I look back and I've been doing this now for over 13 years, so I feel like I've got a lot of experience in this space, especially when it comes to impersonation and satire stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I'm like, all of these big name celebrities, like, just to name a few, like Matthew McConaughey, he shared my skits before, impersonating him. Like, Bear Grylls is featured in it. Novak Djokovic, Dave Hughes. Like, these guys, even Kyrgios, they're happy to jump in front of the camera when I'm impersonating them in front of them, and they have a massive laugh and they can see the humour side of it. And they embrace it. And I think, like, from a PR perspective, that can only help their brands.
Yeah.
and
That's
further
right.
their careers as well,
Absolutely.
So I think, like, when we as Australians see someone who's able to take the piss out of other people, we like it. But when we like it even more when we can see people who can take the piss out of themselves.
100%, man.
Yeah, so
100%, man.
Shows humility.
And we've
Shows
we've
humility.
said it many times on the show, or on the podcast, that the greatest thing about Australia is that we have that quality.
Yeah.
We have the quality to look at ourselves and laugh, and and unfortunately nowadays you're getting people that are like, oh no, you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't do that. But realistically, man, we can. If we lose that, we lose a huge part of what Australia is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I think also, like, I'm sure you guys are the same. Like, we grew up with, like, Fast Forward and, like,
Yeah.
Skid House and Full
Yeah.
Frontal. And, like, back in the day, like, you could just take the piss out of everything. And there
Yeah.
seemed to be, like, a very fine distinction, or a clear distinction, between, like, the individual and the performer.
Yes.
And that's getting so lost now, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, just you look at everyone and they're just kind of like, this person said this. And it's like, well, maybe they were actually putting on a performance.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a joke. Maybe, like, that
It's the
line is
character.
getting blurred. Exactly. It's
You
the
know?
character.
Yeah.
It's like, it's clearly satire. It's clearly exaggeration. clearly performance-based, but then these young people, I think, are being radicalised by algorithms, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, it goes a lot deeper than that, I think. I'm trying to look at this and try and extrapolate
You're spot
things.
on. I think back in the day, there was back in my day, there was no.
Yes.
Yes. Back in the day, there was no, like you're right. There was no social media, so you could go on and you know, Steve Vizard could do the air host, you know, role, the two gay guys, whatever. If you did that today. First of all, it'd be all over social media for like 24 hours straight away.
Absolutely.
Everyone would have an opinion on it. Everyone would be able to see it, this, that, the other. Back in that day, it might be in the Herald Sun the next day, for the day, and then it ends up being kitty litter the day after.
Yeah.
So it was in and out, you know, where now someone can just go on it and play it and run. I mean, I think the other day I saw Bad Bunny on my algorithm 12 million times.
Oh, man.
Because everyone was talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's genius by the NFL.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the
Genius.
biggest streamed artist
But
or
no, I think
second biggest. Or
apart from that, I think it was genius because whether you liked it or not,
got
people were
views.
talking
people
about it,
were
and
talking.
everyone was talking about the Super Bowl, NFL. Everyone.
You're
It's
right.
true.
So
Yeah.
it's absolute genius by the people behind it.
Yeah.
And whether you liked it or not, you know, it's brought eyeballs to it. And again, it was everywhere. So I think that's the thing now. Like you can do something, it'll be online, and then it's also, I think these days, it depends. People pigeonhole you in a left or a right,
Yeah.
right?
Precisely.
And then if you're doing something that you know that's against one side, all of a sudden,
That's very much that. Yeah,
Seems
yeah.
like, sorry, Kyle. Seems like there's been a concerted effort to like somehow deconstruct what's offensive and what's not.
Yeah.
Anything you laugh at is offensive in some manner. So just relax, like it's not. Nothing's offensive or everything's offensive.
Hey,
You know what I mean? You can't.
Ricky Gervais says it perfectly. Just because you're offended
Doesn't
doesn't
make
mean
it-
you're right.
yeah.
I almost posted that once.
Yeah.
That meme. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it because I don't want to stir up the people. You get this thing. It's like
Yeah.
I put on I put up a photo of me with the Australian flag, and it offended some people. I'm like, bro,
Right. Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? Like,
Did you get some DMs?
yeah, I got a couple of comments. I'm like, you're gonna offend, like, but that's my country, man. I'm Australian. I'm Italian. Heritage. I was born. I'm Australian, man. Like, how else am I supposed to say I'm proud of this country? But like, if I don't agree with certain things, or like, oh no, that flag represents this. No, that flag represents something to me and my family, because my family came here as Italians and embraced the land, embraced the culture, and Australia embraced them. Yeah, okay, there was a bit of racism, but we all got on with it. And now look where I am now in this beautiful country with all these beautiful people, all these beautiful opportunities. I love Australia, so I'm going to wave the flag, right?
So it's offensive to be proud of something that means something to you now.
Yeah,
That's the most
Well,
ridiculous
to some people, right?
Well,
Yeah, that's right. I think like comedy is so subjective, and I believe that comedy is even more subjective than music.
Yes.
You know, I would go as far to
100%.
say that. And I've said this from the start, even when I first started making content. If you don't like my content, just block me, move on. That's fine. I don't mind if you don't like my videos. That's okay.
What happened with that, you know?
It's strange, mate.
What happened to that?
It's so weird, but it is just so interesting. And on your point before about this left and right sort of thing, I remember seeing a long time ago, and I'm not sure like what to make of this. It was like a tinfoil hat theory about TikTok.
Right.
And how it was implemented to divide us as people. And I remember seeing that when that first theory started circulating, and I thought, that's ridiculous. Like, what an outrageous sort of thing. But as time's gone on, I am noticing that people are so extreme, either left or right now.
I'm like you. I'm in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
probably rightish, but
Yeah.
middle-ish.
Yeah, middle-ish, but
Right.
towards we're a little bit more more
if-
conservative. But there's
Yeah.
nothing. Is there anything wrong with that?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, why? Like, it's so strange because people are being like sort of criticised for having a different opinion, and
Yeah,
like that's what the political system was based upon, like
Yeah.
discourse
Yep.
and like being
Or-
able to open discussion.
Or they turn around to you and say, pick a fucking side.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick a fucking
Exactly.
side.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you're weak because you're in the middle. No, man.
Well, let's start a new thing called the fence sitter side. You know, the fence. No one's done that
the
before.
right, the left, and the fence.
We'd all be pushed off it.
Yeah.
No, but like, back to the just before I said back to the flag thing. I mean, this and to harp on your point about they're quick to just sort of slay you type of thing. I had I read one comment like, "I've loved you guys your whole life. I've been to this show and I love everything you do, but I can't support this. Unfollowed."
Yeah, wow.
It's like what?
Wow.
All the years we've been doing this for 10 years, all the stuff that we've been doing to try and create laughter. And now for that you just
Look,
you're walking
on that,
away.
I will bring this up. So I've had like a fair bit of, it's been very interesting. Like I've been doing this satire of Abby Chatfield's boyfriend. And I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, man, I
Yes.
saw that. It was, and I thought I can't help but think that was fucking hilarious, man.
Well, mate, they're still, and they've been going so viral, and
Yeah.
they've been getting so much notoriety online, and people have been messaging me telling me how much they've enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
at the very start, there was such a small percentage of people who sort of didn't like it, and I would just be like, block me, I don't care, like whatever, that's
Yeah.
fine. You don't have to like the comedy, that's totally fine. But like even so, for example, like, and I'll talk about this, like my girlfriend, right? Amazing person, really supportive of me and my comedy, and I'm very thankful for her. She's been so supportive and so great. I won't name any of these people, but one of her friends unfollowed me on social media. That's fine. She didn't like the Abby Chatfield's boyfriend skits.
What's his name?
Isn't it funny how
Keli Holiday.
Essentially, like what happened was I was on social media, and as you're on social media, you notice certain things. And I said to her, "Hey, babe, this girl's still looking at my stories." And so she cited the reason that she unfollowed me is because that she was offended by the content and she didn't want to see it anymore. Fine.
But she's still watching.
But she's still watching my stories.
Oh,
So I
really?
said to my girlfriend, I said, how interesting is this? This person is actively looking for things to be outraged
This is true.
by just
Okay.
viewing my content after unfollowing me because my content's too offensive for her. So now she's looking at my stories, and so I just did her a favor and I blocked her. And I said to my girlfriend, I said, like, it's crazy,
And
crazy
that
behavior.
is bizarro.
Bizarre behavior. And I said, look, that's fine. She doesn't have to like my comedy. That's totally fine. And I'm so understanding of that. I know that comedy is subjective.
It
And
really
if those
is,
skits
yeah.
offend you, that's fine. Unfollow me. Totally fair.
Yep.
But then to look for things to be actively
back.
disgruntled at
Yeah.
is just bizarre behavior.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's something that I don't understand. I can't even objectively look at that and try to reason with it because I would never do something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I think that people like that are looking for
Absolutely.
something to hate.
Yeah.
But I do sympathise with it slightly. Right? In I'll tell you in which way. Sometimes I watch something, and whoever it is annoys me so much that I continue to watch it.
Yeah, I think it's a different thing though.
Like,
I got the same thing.
I watch, and I'm sure people watch me going, "This fucking little short, wob fucking piece of shit." Like that's what I.
And that's just me.
But I'll watch it and I'll be like, "Fuck, I hate that guy's face so much." And then I'll keep watching it, but.
I
To
think
look for rage, like if that's a different. That's
Well,
a
I think it's different. I
story.
think this friend of your missus, I think she's continuing to look at your stories, so then she's got things to bitch about you to your missus.
And that's exactly the
I
hypothesis
think
that I
that's-
raised. And
I
that's
think
exactly.
that's sorry. I don't know who this friend is.
Yeah,
but
we won't
that's
name,
my
we won't
that's
name.
my take on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and that's exactly the same take that I came. That's
Because otherwise, if you're not interested, you stop looking and you move on. What you're talking about is I enjoy watching someone that I hate. Just because it fuels me or gives me some sort of sense of like I feel better about myself because I hate you so much. I don't understand how that. I don't even understand the psychology.
There's this one guy on Instagram. I can't stop watching him. He's so cringe. This guy, like, but you know the guy.
Yeah.
I'll
hilarious.
send it to you. I'll send it to you after.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's like I don't follow him, but he's popping up on my algorithm. I watch everything he does.
And you know what happens to me? I start off with hating them, and watching this content because I hate it, and I eventually start liking
Yeah, I
it.
like it.
I start liking it, and I start liking the people.
I actually like this guy too now. It's become a part of my life. Have you? So you got a backlash for that?
Well, look, interestingly enough, I didn't really initially, and I was more concerned or more interested rather in the messages I was receiving from people, and I'm sure you guys completely relate to this. You must get so many messages from people that go, "I love this video. I was having a terrible week, and this made my week, and I was laughing so much at this. I watched it 100 times. Keep going. You know, you don't know how many people you're affecting with your comedy. You know, like in such a positive way." So I'm looking at these comments, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great. Like, if I can get one comment like that, that's that's what it's all about."
100%, yeah.
And so I'm making these skits going great, you know. And I also had, and I'm not sure if this person was his manager, so I'm not going to name this person, but I had someone who I believe may have been a representative of Abby's boyfriend reach out to me initially, because I went to this guy's profile and he had a whole bunch of photos arm in arm with him. So I just assumed, okay, so he either is close with their representatives, is a representative, or knows him personally.
Yes, yeah.
And he wrote a message to me on Instagram and he said, hypothetically speaking, if Abby's boyfriend is interested in doing a comedy skit, would you do it? And I said, absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely, that's
wouldn't you?
fantastic.
That's
And
shit, man.
Not only that, like it would only make his PR better. Like everyone in Australia would be like, this guy's great.
If he did that with you, I would like the guy.
Yeah.
100%.
Everyone would, I think.
I think that's fucking.
And
like, that's
I'm not precious either. Like I don't care. Like I'm happy to
That'd
put.
be actually really funny, man. Too.
It'd be hilarious, man. He goes,
The shit you could, and it'll go off, man.
Mate, it would go off and it'd be so funny, and I think the whole of Australia would just embrace this guy too.
So what's happening with that?
Well, what was really interesting was I immediately saw it and I thought, this is fantastic. What an opportunity. Great. I can't wait to do this. Screenshot it, sent to my manager up in Sydney. She's like, yeah, absolutely, do it. So I go back to reply. The message had been unsent.
oh, wow. Right.
So
okay.
bizarre.
Backtrack.
So I replied to the nothingness in the space being like, absolutely, like I'm keen. If he wants to do it, done.
And the guy was probably like, fucking shit.
Yeah. So then he wrote back to my message responding to his nothingness, saying, "Yeah, absolutely. Like I'll speak to his representatives. I'll get back to you and try and sort something out."
Still in the process.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
So I was thinking the whole time, oh well, maybe if someone who knows him or is like people like this, he might actually like this, which is what I'm hoping. Like I'm hoping that he kind of gets around it and thinks, oh, this is great. Like I'll get involved in this.
Okay, so this was a while ago.
This was a while ago when I first, after the first or second sketch, I think it was.
Okay.
And so then I start getting these messages on Instagram, and then my partner also starts getting targeted because what happened was Abby went on her podcast, and allegedly Mr. Abby Chatfield's boyfriend went on the podcast and said that he had received death threats and like homophobic slurs
that's no good, man.
in public.
Well,
And
that's not.
that's not on.
We don't condone that.
And we
100%
don't
don't
condone
at all,
that.
man.
And I don't condone that. And not once have I ever publicly said that I wish for this guy's downfall. I wish for her
So
downfall.
what? They're saying
in
it's
fact,
because of your videos.
yeah, in fact, well, no. So, in
bit
fact,
of a stretch.
I've said publicly many times on my social media, I wish for this guy's success. I want this guy to be the most successul musician in Australia.
I like the song.
Well,
It's a good song.
Look, there's nothing wrong with the song, but the thing is as well, I'm looking at it.
I hate to say it,
Hilarious.
but I fucking love his move, man.
Yes.
I got to tell you, you
look,
can't escape the song.
You can't escape the song.
It's everywhere, man. I upload a video on
love his
TikTok
move.
and it like automatically attaches. So I'm like, what is this fucking song?
Yes.
It's a little bit Elvis-y, and I love it.
It's
I'm
good.
sorry.
Look,
I'm
look,
sorry.
there's
I'm gonna
nothing
say
wrong with it.
See, I'm in the middle. I love it.
But the thing is too, it's like his success is something that I'm rooting for because I'm like, the more successful he is, the more satire I can derive from him. So I'm like, I'm wishing for these people's success. And then so on the podcast, what they were trying to say, and they didn't actually like name me specifically, but there was reference to the guy who does the face swap videos with a belt around his neck. And because of that, there's no one else really doing that. And they were trying to say that it like had like some sort of correlation with like suicide references, and everybody who knows me knows that it's an audio asphyxiation cuck reference. You know, the belt
Well, it's
thing.
how
there's
I was had to say what's his name? In excess.
Yeah. So there was some people that were sort of misconstruing that. The small population was sort of misconstruing that, saying, "Is this a Michael Hutchins reference?" Absolutely not. You know, I wouldn't make jokes about that sort of stuff. But you know, it's so interesting because like as soon as they sort of tried to, I guess, draw some sort of a correlation, they didn't name me specifically, and they didn't say that, you know, it was a direct derivative of my comedy skits.
Yeah.
But like there was an inference drawn that potentially I had something to do maybe with these.
It's a bit sad like that gets to that point because so I watched the video. I thought it was like when I saw your video, it was a funny video. You done it very well. The accents were well. This is me looking at it in my lens as a comedian or as someone that likes comedy. Thought it was funny. You done a great job of it. The belt thing, I didn't even come into my mind.
Yeah.
Like that. So if someone else is looking at it that way, they're looking at it that's their interpretation.
Well, that's the rage person looking for it.
Right.
But,
There's a rage person looking for it.
That's right.
And then for them to sort of go, well, this is happening because of that. Again, it's these layering effects of where people see what lens they're looking at.
That's right.
But again, if that would have been quite easily disarmed from their point of view if they embraced it.
I agree.
If you object, well, then
I
you're going to
agree.
give more people a reason to object to it.
I couldn't agree more. And all they did by doing that was create more divide. So ironically, after that, myself and my partner started receiving threats. So it's like, well, this is so ironic.
You guys started receiving threats.
Well, that's it. Because what happened was
death threats?
No, not death threats. Not me
crazy.
personally. I'm not sure, but like people just kind of tearing down the videos, like tearing me down, like threatening sort of messages and stuff like that.
Right.
And because what happened was it started like a TikTok pile-on, because there was all these young impressionable people who follow them and their podcast, and they. Like one of these people, this young guy who I saw on TikTok, tagged me in relation to them and was basically in this TikTok video then saying, you're the reason that this is happening. Like you're the reason that this guy's getting death threats and this is what you're telling people is allowed in a joke and you're the reason. And I'm like, this is crazy.
Wow.
If you go back into my body of work since the genesis of this first skit, all I've been doing is advocating for this guy's success. I've never publicly said that I dislike either of them. I've never publicly said that this is because that I'm taking the piss out of him because he loves his girlfriend, which is what he said the skits were about. That's not the case at all. No one's going to criticize a guy for openly loving their partner.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. I commend him for that.
Yeah.
But it's just satire. It's literally just a comedy skit. And more to your point, like if they had just embraced it, or if he had just embraced it as maybe he initially probably endeavoured to do, the whole of Australia would be looking at this very, very differently. I will say this too, publicly on the podcast, straight down lens, I do not condone that behaviour whatsoever.
No,
and if you are someone who follows my skits and takes the onus upon themselves to threaten them in public, you're no fan of mine. That is outrageous.
Can I just say,
that is outrageous.
I'm pissed off that you have to
it's-
justify.
I know.
this.
It's crazy.
It's upsetting that you have to justify this as a comedian. Like, okay, there might have been some things in the video that they're like, like it's more right than left. But who gives a it's comedy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
who
comedy.
cares? And you know what it is? It's like that. You don't like it. That's it.
But to draw
You just scroll,
to draw that conclusion that the death threats are a direct result of this is such an extreme view
Well,
that
when I
you
saw
can't
that
even
TikTok
take it
video,
seriously.
mate-
That's just a silly thing. It's
Well,
a
that's the
silly
thing.
connection. It's very loose. It's come on.
Yeah.
It's-
Couldn't
it's-
agree more, because I
let's-
looked at the video and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, like, they didn't necessarily name it specifically, but then it started this TikTok pile-on and all these young impressionable people just read it as that.
Yeah.
They just said, oh, it's because of this comedian. And they're all pointing the gun at me. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, well, I'm looking at social media, seeing other people, like literally, like who have big followings, being like, "I'll fight this guy in public," like for
I
for
saw
charity.
that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
people out there calling him out like that, and I'm like, so what? They're not the contributing to the problem, but I am somehow.
Yeah,
like what
nah.
is this?
Comedy's never.
What is this?
Yeah, no.
And the other thing is, like, I have been, as I said, doing this for 13 years now, and I've impersonated Tony Abbott, who's a right-wing figure.
Yeah.
I've impersonated Donald Trump, who's a right-wing figure. I've impersonated a lot of people from the right.
Yeah.
And there's been no negative blowback.
Yeah.
Even people who represent the right have been able to have a laugh. But as soon as I've taken the mickey out of these sort of like people who represent that alt-left side of the spectrum,
Very interesting, yeah.
the blowback has been
Yeah.
insane.
Well, do you think, like, do you care? Well, does it get to a point where you care, or like you said, your sister, your girlfriend's friend, she's the type of person would you ever want them at a comedy
No,
show? Because they're
absolutely
they're gonna get offended by everything else.
Absolutely
You
not.
wouldn't care, Carl, but the death threat thing probably is where you start to go.
That's
"All
right.
This is not. This is
Well, yeah, because it's like not what you did.
doesn't align.
It doesn't.
No.
Not what you set out to do. It's not what you did. It's not what you meant.
No.
But it's like, even if they're going to take it that way, then why should you justify it to people that are unreasonable?
Precisely,
So
and that
it's
is a
like-
really good point. And I think it's more to the sense of like I love my girlfriend and I see how it affects her and I want to protect and support her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's upsetting because it's like it's mostly sort of a small pocket of her friends who might really be big fans of Abby Chatfield, and that's
Right.
totally fine. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. But you know, for them then to like criticize her purely for being my partner, she's her own person with her
Oh,
own
well,
belief
that's-
system and her
yeah.
own, you know, she's her own individual person, and I'm always there to help foster and support her and stuff like that. But like, it's unfair for her to be just like judged by association. She is her own individual person, and that is just so
Yeah, that's
wrong.
very
There's this
unfair.
rhetoric.
Yeah.
There's this
Very
rhetoric
unfair.
that someone who believes in voting red. It
Yeah.
can't be friends with someone who believes in voting blue.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
this
Yeah,
thing
it's
that's
just
like,
so
oh
dumb.
no, you, like especially like in America, like there's this
Yeah.
like, oh, are you a Trump supporter? Nah, we can't be friends.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
like if
hang
we-
on a second, look beyond politics and look beyond, like, oh, you use pronouns. I don't use pronouns.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
believe in them. Do you believe in them? Oh, cool. Let's look past that. Are you funny? Do we have other things in common? Or is it like, oh no, we can't align because
The idea that we can't be friends if we don't agree on absolutely everything means no one would have any fucking friends.
It's
Can
so
I just-
we don't
can I
all
just
agree
make-
on everything.
Yeah,
and
but
that
make
doesn't-
reference.
that's just what-
Like, I've got a lot of mates who sort of represent like really left of center, very smart people that I'm still in touch with, and
Yep.
we respectfully, you know, like understand that we might not align on every sort of like political discourse or discussion.
Yep.
But that's still fine. I still respect them and love them as the people that they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I can have discussions with people who have very different views to mine or whatever it is, and I still respect them.
yeah.
And I'm like, why has that sort of been so lost? Like, it doesn't really seem to be something that is held by the new generation coming through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
what
that's
is it?
just me
How
looking at it.
you're-
how are you defined by a political view that you have? It's insane.
Yeah, it's weird.
Or,
Well,
any,
so
or
what-
any view that you have. Doesn't
Wait-
just be
Yeah.
political. Any
Yeah.
view that might... Look, I might say, if you come back to what you, earlier, the bigger picture is, right, is that if you're courageous enough to come out and do something different, okay, you're exposing yourself
Yeah.
to a bit of that blowback, okay?
Yeah.
So coming out publicly saying, expressing your love for your girlfriend is a great thing, okay? But maybe for some people, it's like, oh, that's a bit weird, I don't know. So
Yeah.
they're gonna, and same with you, come out and do your skit, you come out somewhere like... Well, that's a bit weird. Maybe you shouldn't have done. But like I said, if you're courageous enough to do something that's a little bit against the mainstream idea of what's acceptable, or what's normal, I should say, and depending what side, you're left or right, whatever you are, you're going to get a bit of that. You have
100%.
to accept that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
If
like,
you-
even our comedy, like we
if
do
you
something
go to
that's a
a-
little bit...
If you go to a
off.
restaurant, right, and you go with 10 people to a restaurant, and you all have the same dish, I guarantee you that everyone's going to have a different opinion of what they like about that dish,
Yeah.
or some might not even like it at all.
I didn't. We went to a restaurant last night, and I didn't eat half the dishes that came out.
So what I'm saying, because he has a specific view of a dish, I'm going to be like, you don't like this dish? We can't be friends.
Can't be friends.
Yeah.
And what I was saying is,
That's
like, the
like-
restaurant put that dish, and knowingly that a lot of people aren't going to like that dish. That's
Yeah.
something different they did. So
Yeah.
they're going to expose themselves
Yeah.
to
The
that
restaurant.
that blowback. You
Is
know?
common sense under threat?
A good example of like two people who have opposing views coexisting is sort of me and you more so, and our manager.
Yeah.
Harris.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
We get
and he'll listen to this. You're fucking wrong, by the way. Like he has different views on heaps of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, what are you talking about? He's to me, no, what are you talking about? But then we put it aside and we talk business and we laugh at other things and we do this. It's like I will never agree with him on
Yeah.
certain topics ever,
Yeah. Yeah.
ever, and he's not going to agree with me.
And I've
But-
left the chat.
and
Yeah.
he,
He just doesn't comment. He just
Joe's a little bit more sort of. He,
I don't
he-
care.
he just
Yeah,
doesn't care. But
I honestly do not.
But
care.
we coexist. He's our manager, man.
Yeah.
He's there for. He rides with us.
Yeah.
He's there to the ends of the earth with us,
Yeah.
and I'll be for the same for him. So it's just this whole thing. It's like you're either with or against me type of, it's just got to go.
It's difficult for comedians too, but I do feel like the ground is shaking beneath me, and I don't know if you guys feel this too. I feel like there is a shift coming.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are fed up of being told how to think, what to think, what to say.
Yeah, it happened a couple years ago.
I think that pushback is coming.
Yeah.
And I think it actually probably might be a good time to be a comedian and a performer, because one thing you'll never see me do is I will never ever tear down another comedian and their right to free speech and their right to freedom of expression.
No, man.
You know, and I do not align with anyone who tears down another comedian or another performer, because for myself, something that I'm very proud of is I've always propped up other performers, other comedians.
Very important.
Yeah, man.
That's not in the spirit of comedy anyway, man.
Very
We're
much.
supposed to be propping each other.
We know some people out there, comedians that get threatened by
And that's
other
so wrong.
comedians. It's a very big pond.
We've had some darts
plenty
thrown
of
at
fish.
us, man.
There's always room at the top. That's what they
There's
say.
always room at the top, man. There's plenty of fish out there for everyone. There's
Absolutely.
plenty of people out there for you to
We
make
never
laugh.
say a bad word. Again, even if it's if Bad Bunny, right? I'll say here, my opinion was I didn't quite like the performance. It's not my cup of tea.
See, I liked it.
You liked
See,
it.
we don't agree on that.
But I would
we're
never
still- we're still
publicly go
brothers.
up. I would never publicly go up and say Bad Bunny was shit. Like shit on a performance or shit on a comedian or shit.
Well,
like
yeah.
we've had some darts thrown at us by people, and we're just like looking at it, going, "What are you doing? How can you do that to another comedian, or how can you do that to another performer or whatever?"
Yeah.
Even this Keli guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to publicly go up and say he's fucking shit.
No.
He's like,
I actually like some of his songs as well. Like I think it's
I just like.
do you know what I mean?
I don't know
Like
any of his other
I
ones.
know that-
and
that
I don't
like
hate the bloke either. Like I
Yeah.
don't hate him at all.
Sure
Like
I'm sure he's a good bloke.
it probably is. And
I'm
that's the thing.
going to campaign for you to do a skit with him,
Yeah,
because
I'd
that'd
like
be
to do a skit
hilarious,
with him.
man.
I would love to do a skit
We
with him.
actually know someone that knows him pretty well.
Yeah, right.
Who's that?
Little Child.
Yeah, it does
So
too.
a guy who shoots our videos, I think,
Yeah.
shot that video for him.
Oh, right. There you go.
The dance. What's it called?
But this is the
Dance
thing,
with
like,
You.
I feel like it
Dance
can all be
to-
sorted out with, like, a little brief discussion. Like, you know, the thing is, I'll do anything for a laugh. Like, I'm all about, like, just spreading that humour, spreading those good vibes, having a laugh and stuff. So, you know, like, if he wants to do a gag and we just, like, do something outrageous together, like, I'll be all for it. You know? Like, that's hilarious.
It's entertainment, man.
Hilarious.
That's what being an entertainer's about.
Absolutely. And
It's-
again, I still hold that steadfast. And I agree with you guys. Like, the whole of Australia would change their tune very quick.
Yeah.
They would be like, this guy's a ripper.
Because-
what a
because,
guy. Like,
I
he's
mean-
taking the piss out of himself. What a legend.
I don't buy, like, I haven't, I know the song, and I don't sort of, I don't watch a lot of that stuff, but is he not well liked by a lot of Australia because...
Look, I don't know. I'd just be speculating at this point.
it seems
But
like he's doing well, though.
he's doing very well. He's,
Song's done well.
I saw it. I saw a
He's killing
clip
it.
on
Didn't
TikTok.
Did he win an Aria?
I think he
dunno.
did. Joey?
He came second in the Triple J Holders
He came
500.
second in Triple J.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. That's
that was
unbelievable.
Australia
That's
week.
I think he
unbelievable.
won an Aria.
But
Maybe he did.
oh god, was it?
Sorry, man, I cut you off.
No, it's all right. I saw a TikTok video.
He won
and
the
he was-
best video award. Sorry to cut you off.
Best
that's
video.
all right.
That's
At
right.
the Aria,
Little
there you
Child.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little child shot that, did he?
Yeah.
Little Child showed us, Simba.
Yeah, well, remember when that slide thing, that,
Oh,
that carousel
was there
thing?
blood on it?
I don't
Blood?
know. Anyway.
What's that, blood
I'm
on
not
it?
sure if I know Little Child, but yeah,
No,
it's
Little
great.
Child's a guy.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
okay.
man.
Yeah, okay. He's not a little child.
Weakness. Not a
Thank
little
you for
child.
making that
No.
decision.
That's his
I
last
wasn't
name.
sure.
And you know, it's his last name's Little Child, and he's tiny, man. The guy's tiny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, how little are we talking?
It's all right to be small.
So sport, you pick him up, put him in your pocket. Go ahead.
Far out. So I saw this TikTok video, and there was a clip of him, and it's quite somewhat ironic. And he was saying something to the effect of, "If you're a comedian and you punch down, you're a hack. You just whack."
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well, he's more successful than me. He's
Yeah.
a lot more successful than me.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing big things. I'm punching up.
yeah.
I'm punching up.
Punching
Like-
up's all right, though.
Come on.
All right,
and
gotcha.
this is
Yeah,
the
fair
thing that is, there's so much hypocrisy around it. Like, again, another thing that I'll touch on. I'm not going to name this guy's name because I don't want to give him any more unnecessary clout. But essentially, I saw a video on TikTok, and the bulk of this video that this guy was discussing was some sort of controversy around the personal trainer Prime Train. I don't know if you're aware of this guy. He's quite a successful personal trainer, lives in Dubai now.
Right.
Anyway, he found himself in a little bit of hot water about something, and then at the end of the video, he closed it off talking about tall poppy syndrome, and then he closed the video by saying, stop trying to, something to the effect of, stop trying to tear down Keli Holiday and disguise it as edgy comedy. Yeah. So I got all these DMs from a whole bunch of comedians being like, this guy's talking about you. This guy's talking about you. So I see, and I know this guy.
Yeah.
We've never done any favors for one another. We're not that like close, but like as a comedian, I respect other comedians, and I've always propped other comedians up. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, is this guy tearing down my comedy? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So I made a video clapping back at him on TikTok, and I said something like, pretty lighthearted, like some bloke with like a helium head and a voice to match or something was saying this on social media. I stitched the video, I had a laugh, and I kind of went through and started, you know, and then he DM'd me about it.
Oh,
and,
right.
Yeah, because
so was the guy then?
It was. This was a guy that I know, and we sort of went back and forth. And I was like, "Look, mate, you know, I didn't mean to offend you. I thought you'd see the humour in it. Blah blah blah. Like, if you want me to take the video down, I'll just take it down. No foul, no play, whatever. Like, all good."
No, that's nice of you. Yeah.
So we're having this conversation. He's like, "No, don't worry about it. It's all good." And then like he's flippantly like coming back and forth with me for like 2 or 3 days about how he feels about this video, and I'm trying to placate this guy like on my birthday. And then I see this TikTok video where he goes on a podcast with this social jogger bloke. I don't even know who this other guy is. He looks like a giant baby with a mustache. I've never seen this bloke in my life. Telling me that like he's like, this guy's a subhuman sociopath or something about the video that I made with him. And I'm looking at that, and I replied to him, and I sent him the video, and I go, "Mate, what is this about?" And then I realised he was thinking about doing that the whole time. And then I went back, and I was going to go back at him and create like this video, but I've held my tongue, and I'm not going to do it. But essentially, I went back and I saw, this is the hypocrisy that I'm about to point out and the double thing. So there was another video where he was talking about tall poppy syndrome, and he talked about the inspired unemployed.
Right.
And I think
they're killing it.
they're
Legends.
fantastic.
Very
I love the inspired unemployed.
Very
and I
successful guys. Very funny guys.
Very funny guys. And I've never met them, but I love what they do. I'm a big supporter of what they do. And I think that they're probably arguably two of the successful comedy duo to come out of Australia.
Yeah, second to us.
Yeah. Well, you guys aren't a duo.
We're not a duo. Trio.
I'm joking. We met the boys at. We've never met. We met them at Perth Airport. Was it? Perth?
It was Perth.
We met them one. We met one anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, lovely, awesome blokes. Love what they're doing for what they've done for comedy.
And me too.
Yeah,
I respect them a lot, and I think they're fantastic. And so I saw this podcast with this same guy that I'm referencing, and he talked about them, and he just said, "I just think the inspired unemployed are shit." That's what he said. That's what he said, right? So I'm looking at that. I looked at that clip, and I'm telling you, boys, I clipped up something because I was going to go back at these guys hard. Because I was like, nah, this guy's torn down my character on a public platform, on a podcast. I'm going to wreck these guys. But then I took a back step, and I'm like, you know what? I calmed down, and I'm like, I'm not going to make this video. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to leave it alone. But I'm going to point out the hypocrisy here. So I'm looking at this, and he's saying publicly that he just thinks they're shit. So I'm looking at that, and I'm like, you're talking about tall poppy syndrome with Keli Holiday, and you're talking about tall poppy syndrome with the inspired unemployed. Does tall poppy syndrome only exist in one sense?
Yeah.
Because it can't be one or the other.
Yeah,
does it exist or not at all?
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, he's a hypocrite, and he's torn. And he said that the video had nothing to do with my comedy. But forgive my ignorance, I can't remember the last time that Prime Train donned a furry chest piece, put a wig on, and created sharp satire. Can you? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, he's a personal trainer. He's successful in his own right, but he's not a comedian.
Yeah.
So if that video wasn't directed at me, who the fuck was it directed at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's very silly.
That's
Prime
terrible.
Train?
I don't know
a
who
personal
you're
trainer.
talking about. Is that the guy, Prime Trainer?
No, it's not. I'm not. So this video that he made was allegedly about Prime Train.
I was going to say, anyone who goes...
And so like sort of his followers came on and started piling on and saying all this stuff. And I don't delete comments. Like, I don't care. I'm just leaving these like sort of hate comments. I'm like,
Look,
who cares?
man, I don't know. It's up to, like, again, I don't think anyone should tell anyone what to do or how to do it. You know? And but you're right. Like, but then when people start fluffing around, or when people start telling you what to do, you know, but do something else, it's
give
silly.
the guy the benefit of the doubt. It's a slip. You should never say someone's shit publicly like that.
Never.
No way. And this is the
and
thing
maybe
too.
I have done it in the past, and I've slipped up or said something that's wrong. Give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He probably slipped up, but that's not one to say.
Especially people in the comedy space. And I will say this, and I'm not blowing smoke. It's one thing I really admire about you guys. Like, from what I can see and from what I've observed over the years, not only are you very successful in your own right, but you always prop up other performers, other comedians, And it's something I really admire about you guys.
It becomes
Yeah.
it's sort of
We try to.
more to his point, to Carl's point. It's like you can't go publicly and shit on someone is the worst thing you could do. It's very
Worst thing,
telling
yeah,
of.
yeah.
It's really telling of who you are
Yeah,
as a person.
and there's a big
you know?
difference
So you gotta,
between like
Bring
doing
people up.
a skit or a satire, like sort of the thing that I've been doing with Abby's boyfriend. Like that's obviously clearly an exaggerated, ridiculous comedy skit. Like
So
in the
I
same
thought-
vein as like South
Sorry,
Park.
I
Like it's
yeah.
outrageous, you know?
It is, yeah.
And then someone publicly saying something on a podcast, because there's a big difference between
Well,
the performer and the individual.
Well, one's a performance.
Yeah.
And one's it's like saying how you
Yes.
really feel. It's
a statement.
There'd be thousands of people, whatever, that hate what we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like they're looking at us going,
oh, look at these dickheads
oh, these
dressed as
dickheads
their
dressed up
mums.
as mums, and look at
They,
these.
they can't do anything funny unless they get dressed up.
They get
Yeah.
dressed up.
done to death, done to death.
Oh,
and
wog
fucking
humor.
This
oh,
shit again.
Like
and
this shit.
Yeah.
And, and we know that. We know that we're not going to hit everyone. But if you've got an opinion that's
Yeah.
a negative one, just keep the negative one behind closed doors, because we all have opinions of.
There was one the
you
other
know,
day. You read it out to me. 3 chocks with wearing.
three badly dressed chocks.
Fuck,
was
I
the
read
comment.
one. I read one. It
I
was
laughed.
real,
It's a funny comment, you know.
real bad. I read one, and by and large, we actually don't get a hell
We
of a
don't
lot.
get a lot.
But we just know. You just know that there'd be people out there just loving to hate us. And
you
that's
guys are
completely
shit. Go
fine.
kill yourselves. I've seen like that
You
once.
seen that?
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
it
yeah.
the other day.
I've copped a bit of that.
Yeah.
The other day, I saw a comment. It wasn't even. It was from a promoter that's promoting Greece.
Oh, yeah.
They keep posting videos, and I had a look at some of the comments to see if people were coming or whatever. And one of them was like, "Oh, these guys." They posted something of us as the Greek characters that we were fish and chip shop owners, Kalamata Fish and Chips, and the guy, these guys are fucking, you know. They're not representing us. If I saw them in the street, I'd spit in their face. I was like,
That's so stupid.
It's outrageous.
spit in my what do you mean, bro? I'm just trying to make people laugh.
That's outrageous.
What the
So
fuck? I'd spit, like, can you
fucking
imagine someone
dumb.
you're just walking down the street one day and someone goes, hey.
That is just so
I was
aggressive.
like,
as well.
excuse me, but what was that for? like, it's just, I don't get it, man.
It's interesting, man. I think everyone's comment or thoughts are now just heightened.
Yeah.
It's like you're
It's
allowed
nuts.
to do whatever you want now.
Mate, it's
You're
crazy.
allowed to do it, but if I do it, it's wrong.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah,
you
know.
it's weird. I don't know. And again, like I hate to make it like political, and I don't want to like sort of get into the political discussion, but it's really interesting. Like I was speaking to a comedian about this. We had a long conversation about it, and this comedian's very smart. I'm not going to name this person, but we're having a conversation, and I really admire this person's take because they're very intelligent. And I was having this discussion, and it was like, it's really interesting. There's a comedian that I've been seeing who's been doing a lot of satire impersonations of Pauline Hanson, and she's not getting any blowback at all. And I believe one of the reasons is because like it's the right side of politics. She's impersonating someone who represents the right side of politics, and there's been no blowback.
Right.
But it's really interesting because I felt the same thing when I was impersonating Trump and Tony Abbott. It was nothing but positivity. But then as soon as I started doing Abby's boyfriend, I'm copying all this backlash. I'm like, why is this happening?
Wow.
So strange.
Well, maybe they sit in that really raged left.
yeah, it's
So,
weird.
like that's the fan base, perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't put it past anything else. That the fan base is that that left that we think is. I don't want to label them, but
No,
do you know what I'm saying? Like
I
there is
understand.
from our perspective. There's that side that's like not. We don't kind of. It's not our side of life.
Well, it's like either
and
like-
maybe that they sit really far in that, and so all those rage people just come after you. I
That's
guess.
true. And it's like either if you're extreme on the left or the right, it's bad. I've talked
Yeah.
about this publicly before. Like extremism on either side is a negative thing.
Yeah,
But it's
there's
just like-
even the right, like the extreme
Yeah.
on the right are fucking
fucked.
insane.
Listen,
Fucked.
it's just if anyone is watching this and is thinking about death threats, don't do that. That's stupid.
Absolutely agree,
Put-
100%.
Leave it on.
I'll say that again.
Now, vanilla slices. What do you think of? I just thought-
Hey, what's
Subject
your,
change.
I don't know.
what's your you know, you do all the impersonations. What's the most requested
Oh, Abby's boyfriend.
currently?
You have a favourite?
People always ask me that. I don't think.
Or
that I have
what do you have one that's easiest for you to play? Because we got characters that are like probably a little bit more difficult. Ones that's just like you could do that for 24 hours a day without even trying.
I feel like any of them that are sort of in the wheelhouse, they're there, and that they all become sort of.
The Jim Courier one's funny too.
Oh, the Jim Courier one, yeah. That's
I
good
like
fun.
Hughesy. Your
Yeah,
Hughesy one is for me,
Hughesy's
the way you do it, the way you stretch it out.
Hughesy's great too. Like we've done a few videos together, like just on like social media on the phone, and he's someone that I really respect. Really,
he's a legend.
And also like he's a great stand-up comedian too. Like
Yes.
I've never seen him do a bad gig. You know, I've been to a lot of his shows, seen a lot of his stand-up, and he always has the place in
Nails it.
stitches.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I love that he gets around it too.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So yeah.
Are you doing stand-up?
I am. I've started doing stand-up again. I took a bit of a hiatus. I've always said this. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with stand-up comedy.
Oh.
It's weird because it's something that I feel like definitely comes very natural to me, and like all of the skills that I have that do come naturally to me, like lend itself very well to stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But like I look at like a lot of the other performers and comedians that I've sort of come up the ranks with, I suppose, like from the early days, and like I look at them backstage and they're just itching to get on the stage. You know, they love it.
Yeah.
Whereas like for me, I sort of have to really push myself to do it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really someone that like.
You don't like in front of people?
No,
or
it's
what
not
is
that. Like I'm very comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what the comment that I always get. Like I feel nervous, but then I speak to people after the show and they're like, "Wow, you look so comfortable up there." I'm like,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I guess that's just kind of something that comes naturally to me, but it's more just it's just not something that like I love making sketches. I love being creative. In a perfect world,
Sure.
like
So
You were built for fast forward and full frontal.
You were
I
built for
was,
sketch
man.
comedy.
I
You were
was.
fucking.
I
You
was.
were. That is.
oh mate.
That
If I
is
was born
you.
in a different era, you know, I could
And you
be
d-
Eric Banner. Who knows?
Fuck,
No.
mate. You that's.
That's a bit cool, but yeah.
And I'd love to bring one of those shows
Oh
back.
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking. I was just
It's
thinking
just
it.
not the landscape for
Tried
it
it.
anymore,
They tried
man.
about when was the last one they did? On
Hey,
Foxtel.
were you on one that
Troy
was?
Kinney?
I was. We interrupt this broadcast, and I was on the Kinney show as well.
Kinney.
Yeah,
Kinney show, that's
Kenny is
the
a
one.
fucking.
Love
He's a
that guy.
funny
He's a great
bastard,
guy,
man.
and Troy's one of the most like talented, I think, comedians in the country. Too.
Oh.
I know he's very successful, but in my opinion, potentially even underrated. Like in terms of like how good
I've
he
watched
actually
some of
is.
his
So
stand-up.
yeah.
His stand-up is
Kinney?
He's amazing.
He's unbelievable.
You're
he's
forgetting, man.
Yeah, he was. But I'm
we
referring
did
to
a-
that. I'm
we did
referring
a,
to that.
Sushi and Friends at the Opera House.
Oh, nice.
And we're like, come on.
Yeah,
you know?
he's fantastic.
And it looked like he was, before he went on stage, it looked like he was a little nervous because
Yeah.
he's thinking, our audience might not, you know? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, bro. Like,
You're
our
gonna
audience
kill
is
it.
your audience. You're going to kill
Yeah.
it. And he was arguably
He brought
best
the
on stage.
house down.
And I was
Hilarious.
backstage just going,
He's amazing.
fucking, this guy is fucking hilarious, man.
And I love how his mind works too. Like I love Troy, and whenever we see him, we see each other. Like it's always great to have a chat to him. I don't get to see him as much as I'd like, but every time I have a conversation with him, I just love seeing the cogs turn in his mind. Like you'll have a conversation with him, and he'll just say something, and I'll be like, "How did you just think of that?
Yes.
Like, how did that come out of your
Did
brain?"
you notice about that? Like when he's very much like that. You look at him, you can see his brain.
Ticking over
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a true
Comedically,
comedian. True
he's
comedian
such a
in that
gun.
sense. It's always on. He's
Yeah,
always
he's
on.
always
always
on.
thinking.
So stand-up's not really.
But-
you're getting you want to get back into
Yeah,
that now.
I think again, like my partner's been incredibly supportive and someone who's sort of been like, "Nah, you got to do this." And to be honest with you too, like over the years, I think I've had a problem in terms of like a lot of people have seen a lot more potential in me that I've been willing to see for myself in that sense. Like I can
Really?
look at it objectively and say, yeah, I've got a lot of tools that would lend themselves well to stand-up comedy, but because I don't enjoy it,
Yeah.
I look at that and I go, well, I don't really want to do it.
I think you're one of the most talented in Australia.
I really appreciate that.
I'm not.
second that.
I'm not pissing in your pocket.
Make
I'm
it
saying to the
three.
bo-
Genuinely.
Like
Genuinely.
you
Thanks,
okay, you got the impressions. Like there's no one doing better impressions than you, right? The way you talk, the way you hold yourself in front of the camera, whether it's like a
very
live
nice, yeah.
cross. I haven't seen a lot of your stand up. I've seen some of your stand up because you said you went up and comfortable on stage, funny, good stage presence. I reckon you're a fucking absolute weapon, man.
Oh, thanks.
Can
man,
you
I
do
appreciate it.
two at the same time?
Yeah.
So you could do that.
So you
Do you
could
ever
cricket
I
do
do
on
that
stage?
sometimes. Yeah, we did that.
Cricket
Yeah.
commentator.
So Joey and
You can
I.
cricket commentate.
What do you mean two at the same time?
Like, you know,
You can have a conversation.
Oh, a conversational piece.
Yeah.
Novak, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. You know, that sort of.
Yeah. Well, we were doing that. We were in the commentary box.
We
weren't
did the cricket game for Warnie.
Yeah, for Jackson Warren's charity cricket day, and we had a lot of fun in the booth.
What'd
there.
you do?
Oh,
He was doing the impressions, but these
Yeah.
guys were.
So I was commentating the game, and Elliot brought a suitcase full of
wigs and
wigs,
tops.
and he had a list of how many would you do? 10
saw
to
a bit of
15
that,
different.
Mate, you're quick. You're very
Something like
quick-witted, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're very quick on the remark.
It
back,
was fun.
you know?
Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is as well, like I draw off the energy, you know. And one of the great things about doing it with this great man over here in the corner was like he was just laughing the whole time and like
You're
I
pissing
guess-
yourself in the
It
corner.
was
I saw.
hilarious. I've seen some of your work, but to sit
Yeah.
next to you and watch it, because he gave me a list and I lost my way. I didn't quite
Yeah.
follow your order, but he was able to adapt quick enough. And then obviously we're watching a game of cricket unfold and things were happening on the field. Fev was sinking cans, kids were running everywhere. Your mate Flanners was behind there taking the piss out of you. It was
He's hilarious.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you remember the gig we did together?
Oh, mate, I was going to talk about that on this podcast. It was so funny.
Margaret Court. Yeah.
Was that
that
the
was
tennis
funny.
one?
So we did.
At the
We,
Australian
So
Open?
strange.
That was-
please.
They
it was so
elaborate.
strange.
Tsitsipas versus.
Tsitsipas versus Djokovic.
No.
Or was
Man.
it Sinner, maybe?
It was Serbia and Greece, and they approached us because they wanted to get more people there, and they put us on Margaret Court. They put us on Margaret Court with Elliot watching the game
Yeah.
with everyone sort of.
Yeah.
I broke
Crowded around us.
character because of you. You made me laugh, man.
Mate, it was a long game. By the time we're a long game, and we're sitting there going, yeah, good point.
But you know what was
It's-
so weird about that gig? I don't know if you guys felt the same. Like you guys are used to dealing with big stadiums. I know you guys sell out everything, but like I walked into Margaret Court. The stadium's full, right? And we're sitting there in Margaret Court on the centre of the court without a net, like similar to this sort of setup, just a round table.
yeah.
And we had to entertain this crowd for like the duration of the
3
entire
hours.
match.
Yeah,
It was the most bizarre.
So you guys were doing a watch party at the
Impromptu.
court watching
And
the
you
game.
had to
And of
come
course-
in character.
Yeah,
Oh, the ball to go out.
And
What can you
can't-
say after there's 6,000 points in the game? You missed that one.
Yeah.
That's a bigger server. Mate, he not serving nothing.
And
I
he
not got no food.
Elliot came out as fucking 4 or 5.
I think they were
different
trying to get
Yeah.
Thanasi, but he didn't agree to do it, so they had to get the consolation prize.
Can I just say, I like Thanasi, but thank God it was you and not Thanasi because we at least like had comedic value in there. You know? It was like, but after a while, I remember the first 3 games was easy.
Yeah.
Then it got to like the 4th game. I was like, fuck, man, this is getting
Well,
repetitive.
how
mate.
you supposed
I was
to?
sweating, man. Like there was actual, genuine, like water coming off my hands, and I was
lucky
just sitting
you
there
know.
the whole time, like, you see
At
my
least
rapper bandana.
You
just like,
you know tennis. Thank God you knew tennis.
Carl loves sport,
Yes.
don't you?
Yeah.
Carl, you love sport.
Yeah.
No, I do love sport, but I love tennis. Look, I'm not the biggest tennis fan, but it was,
I think you knew it because when you got into your Jim Courier, at least you could talk about.
That's right.
You know, the
They
ground
really like
stroke.
the gym.
No, yeah, Jim.
Jim's hilarious.
Because
Yeah,
the
the
way
way you do that guy.
you tweak, the way how you called Novak Djokovic.
Djokovic right about now. Novak Djokovic. What a guy right about now. This guy's so honest. Forehand's unbelievable. What a guy right about now.
right about now. He says that all the time.
Jim's another guy I did a skit with. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was great. Like I sort of met him. This was a couple of years ago at the AO, and I was kind of hanging around Craig Tiley's office. I don't know. I was just hanging out, and Craig, you know, he was in there with Paul Kildare, who works at Tennis Australia as well. And Paul was like, you know, have you met Jim? And I was like, no, I haven't. And then like Jim walked down the corridor and like, you know, Craig was there and he's super nice, Craig, as well. And he's like, yes, you know, Craig, he's got this South African accent. And he's like, you know, this is Elliot Loney, you know, the guy that does the crazy impersonations, you know. Hello, you know, Jim, look at this. You know, and I was sitting there having this conversation. And it was literally like exactly the same as how I've seen him on TV. He's like, what's going on, Red Abana? I've seen videos. You're the doyen of impressions for tennis, Red Abana. And I gotta say, like, I love what you do. Keep doing what you're doing, baby boy. Come on. It's great for the sport. Come on.
Hey,
You know,
man, I want to
How
ask
was
you.
Novak though? Was he cool?
oh, mate.
Is he cool? He seems like he's got a good
Mate, he's so genuine, man. And like, it was incredible. So I don't know if I've even said this publicly. Like, I was sitting in a hotel with Thanasi. Actually, I went to a Challenger event with him in Sydney. This was like in 2023. I'm sitting in bed and I had all these notifications and it was like, Novak Djokovic has liked your video. Novak Djokovic liked your video. I'm looking at my Instagram, like, holy shit. And it was like all these likes. He'd gone down and liked a whole bunch of videos. And I woke up and I was like, Thanasi, like, Novak liked all my videos. He's like, bro, I don't care, bro.
I think your mate Thanasi could have just gone to Novak and said, hey, man, my mate does his impressions. You want to do a video with him?
Well, I think for someone like Thanasi, you know, like he's a very successful tennis player as well. So like
that's what I mean.
It's one of his peers, though. You know, like
Yeah,
he doesn't.
fuck
He obviously he obviously has a lot of respect for Novak, but it's not like as amazing as it is for someone like me who's not like tied to the sport in the same way.
Yeah.
So then I couldn't believe it. You know, I followed him. I was like, wow, what? This is incredible, kind of thing. And so like I'm watching his stuff, and then I think it was like a week later he followed me back. And then he sent me a DM.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he was like, you know, like I could probably get it up and read it out, but it was like something like to the effect of, oh yeah, like we should do a skit together sometime. Like you, me, and Nick.
That's
or just
cool,
you and me.
man.
And, like,
Yeah.
and then I was dealing with his management, and they just organised it, and I went to do the night with Novak, and what an experience that was. Something I'll never forget.
That's
Is
awesome,
it
man.
weird? Is it weird doing the impression of the person with the person? Is it a weird?
I think it's only weird if they're like against it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Okay.
I think it was so beautiful watching him embrace it because, again, packed arena. I was on Rod Laver Arena. It was packed. There's Novak Djokovic, so I've never been on a stage like that before. Like I'm looking around, like, you know, again, you guys are used to this, but not for me. I'm standing in the arena like this, you know, like a deer in headlights. And it was a really strange thing too because I remember the producer was sort of like, I guess you could say, very woke. And just before they pushed me out into the arena, they were talking like in the headset, and they were like, "Oh yeah, so just so you know, like you can't actually say, ladies and gentlemen, because we're a gender neutral tournament. You can't swear, you can't say this, you can't do that." And then just basically like within 30 seconds, I'm a deer in headlights, like sitting there in my Novak Djokovic outfit that he's given me, like no more than 5 minutes before I walk out there. And then I got shoved in the back, and I'm out there on Rod Laver Arena thinking, how do I address?
What
the
did you
people
say?
in the
Hello,
audience?
ladies and dames and gentlemen and
I think I
she-hers.
said something about like esteemed they thems or esteemed people. I don't know what the hell. I was just sitting there going, what the fuck do I do with that?
Oh no.
So I'm in there in the arena, and I'm looking around, and like, yeah, I was trying to like sort of gesture to Novak, hoping he would embrace it. And I think the crowd was a little bit confused, but the moment he got up off the chair and came over and had a little chat with me, it changed the entire dynamic.
Yeah.
Like everyone started applauding, everyone started laughing. Like it was him embracing the gag that made the skit, so to speak.
Do you know, was another one that I loved? You did with Bear Grylls.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, was he your first?
He was. Yeah, he was
first-
my first. Yep, and that's
Grylls.
why, like, it was really
That was
actually
a great get, that one.
super emotional too, and that was all thanks to Nick Kyrgios too. Obviously, a very close mate of mine. You know, he's got a heart of gold. He's been there for me through thick and thin.
Does he know Bear Grylls?
Well, he's got a podcast too, and his podcast has been going very well, and he's been getting some really big names guests. Like he's had McConaughey and Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, I was
I've
going to
seen
say
that
I
one.
saw.
I've seen two.
I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan. I saw that he got Mike Tyson. That's massive.
Yeah, massive gets, and he had Allen Iverson on the other day as well.
Yep.
So he's had like huge guests, and yeah, essentially like he actually asked me, like he was like, man, I'm doing a thing with Bear tomorrow. Why don't you come along? Could be a good opportunity for you. And so like I met Bear's wife and some of his children, and like and him, and he was just such an amazing bloke.
Yeah.
And the thing that was so crazy was like it was the first time I've actually probably got emotional in front of someone that I've impersonated.
Oh really?
'Cause
Right,
he,
okay.
he set the
He set you off.
he set me off.
Yeah.
So when I was sitting in front of him and I was like talking to him, like I actually was like fighting back tears, and I think he was like, "What the
shit.
fuck?" Because I was looking at him, I'm like, "Man, like I want to thank you for giving me a career."
No shit.
Yeah, like but if it wasn't
That's,
for you, I wouldn't have a career.
You wouldn't have
And what did he
started.
say? And what did he say back to you?
And he's like, "All right, mate. Mate, you're one spicy little meatball, mate."
Fucking hell, man.
Hey, dude,
How do you do
one
that?
of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, one of the funniest things, I laughed so hard at this thing. I don't think it was meant to be something that's funny. It was when Bear Grylls got stung in the face by a bee.
The African
Bro,
bees or whatever they
That
were.
was good.
He goes, I just got stung by a bee.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's
And
not
I'll just
gonna be
rub a
good.
bit in here.
And he goes, I'll just rub a bit of here.
I know.
And then it cuts to his face. The next one's puffed up like that.
But
Have you seen
honestly,
it, man?
like-
It's hilarious.
So he said, like, if you basically if you rub some of the honey in the sting, it won't puff up. 2 minutes later, his head looks worse than that lion. Man. He's out here.
That's so true. But
was
again,
so
it's like,
funny.
what else can that guy eat?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
mate,
He's eating everything.
he's
Like it's like, you know, he's eating fucking shit. He's eating piss. I drank
Fuck.
piss. And what else does he eat? You know, it's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna eat this galvanized iron. Munch on that. You know, like what else is there to eat? A little bit of tungsten and carbon. Just gonna munch on that. See what happens. Yeah. like-
Oh, shit. No,
Like-
it's fucking gross, man.
Yeah,
It's
so
gross.
that was a great one, and you know, we followed each other on Instagram. Like he's DM'd me before, we've been in touch. I'm super supportive of him and what he does, and like just such an amazing bloke too.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy because like I was quite nervous even speaking to him, and I don't usually get like sort of starstruck and nervous. Like I think a lot of the really big celebrities, and I'm sure it's the same with you guys, like big celebrities that you meet, they're quite good at like disarming the
Yeah.
the
Absolutely,
aura,
yeah.
especially if they're down to earth. Like you start to forget who you're talking to.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Like with Bear, like because he kind of set the tone for my whole career, I was like, wow. And then I sort of, because he finished doing his stuff with Nick that he was scheduled to do, and he had his manager with him and a whole team of people, and
Yeah.
Nick had his people, and then I was like, you know, Bear, like mate, like, you know, is there any chance that like maybe we could like, you know, maybe film a little gag on the, you know, on the phone? Is that all right, mate? And he's like, absolutely, mate. Like, whatever you need. Like, where do you need me? Like, do you want me on the floor? Do you want me on the seat? Like, where do you want me, mate? Like, I'll go anywhere. I can actually fly. Like, I'll flap my laps. I'll take off. I'll go straight out of Rod Laver into the Southern Cross. Doesn't matter, mate. You know, I know my bearings. You want me north, south, east, west, whatever it is, mate. You know?
I think in moments like that,
Yeah.
like, you know, you started talking about something that was emotional to you,
Yeah.
that you almost made yourself cry.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
man.
if you had said, "Hey, so what's your favourite food?" and he goes, "Man, I love pasta," but you start saying, "Yeah, I just want to thank you because you gave me a career. You gave me a career without you. I have no
don't know
career."
what came over me,
no, because you notice. It's when you start talking about something emotional. It's like you made yourself cry.
Yeah,
man.
I know. I almost
Someone
cried,
came
dude.
up to us the other day
He's
before
like,
our
those
show.
tears look tasty. Give me a little taste,
I think I can-
more sadness.
Don't waste those.
Oh shit! Oh, great. Can you give me some tears of joy, please? We're switching up. Right, that's right.
After 3 days in the wild, we need some hydration.
Yeah, it needs some hydration. This beats Gatorade.
Oh, very good, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, does it come when you do an accent, an impersonation? The face goes as well. I noticed.
Yeah, well, that's the
You
thing. I
gotta get
mean,
in, right?
I was talking to a comedian the other night, and we were sort of backstage. It was a great gig. It was a little Irish bar on Fitzroy Street, and Arj Barker popped in too. It was
Arj
great.
Barker,
yeah,
very funny,
very
very
funny
funny.
stand-up comedian. Had a really good lineup, and I was speaking to one of the younger comics there, and he was just kind of saying, "Oh, it's so interesting, like watching what you do, because like sort of I try to weave in the impressions and do some one-liners and do some stories as well, but try and weave it all in." And he was saying, "Oh man, like it's so interesting watching you do stand up, because I don't really see anyone else in Australia kind of doing that sort of style."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know, what's sort of like the ingredients? What's the secret to it?" And I'm like, "Man, you just got to fully commit." Like I think that's one of the hardest things. Like like they say that comedy or stand-up comedy is falling on your face with confidence, but the hard thing is with like the impersonation side of things. If you're impersonating someone that's famous and you're doing like an intimate crowd, say there's 20 people in the audience, and 10 people don't know who you're impersonating, you lose half the audience.
Fuck. Yeah,
So it's like you almost have to completely embody that person or that character that
Sure,
you're
yeah,
impersonating,
yeah.
and fall on your face with confidence, I guess you could say, and just lean into it to the point where it's like almost cringe.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's the only way you're going to sell it.
Yeah.
Like you have
Cringe
to
is
sell it. Yeah.
Yeah.
cringe is necessary in
Yeah.
comedy, man. Like
Yeah.
what someone thinks is cringe, another person's dying of laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to you have to block out the whole cringe.
Well, that's
part,
it.
you know?
Like all of my characters, everyone that I've impersonated, including Abby's boyfriend, anyone that I've impersonated over the years, is like a ridiculous exaggeration of what they actually are.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what the humans derive from.
Yeah.
Well, the Rafa's pretty spot on, though.
Yeah, the Raff is it, but like
Because
Oh,
at
come
the
on, man!
start-
It's heightened.
No,
it's
not-
pretty heightened.
Spot on, man. His
Not at the
eyes
start.
go weirdly.
Not at the start.
It's
At the
hilarious.
start.
never heard
Come on,
Rafa
man.
squeak either.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right,
you know.
but
The squeak. It's the squeak. That's
You know, it was so funny though. Like when at that same gig that I just talked about, I got Nick to come down because it was during the Oz Open. So Kyrgios came with his coach, and they sat in the back row with my girlfriend. And I do like a little Rafa bit at the end, or sometimes midway through my set. And I started doing Rafa, and because Nick was there, I did the Jim and the Rafa setup bit, and I started doing Rafa, and I just did it just for Nick. I took the absolute piss. I've never done it like this, and I sat there, and when I started impersonating Rafa, I was doing this for like, I reckon a good 20 seconds, Nick reckons. Like, on. And like the crowd was in stitches, and all I could hear was
your
Nick at the
head not
back,
move
like
with you?
literally like, oh, oh, like Nick was just losing his shit. Like no one was laughing harder than Nick in the back row, just fucking losing his shit. It was so funny.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you could do an old Italian man?
Oh, probably, yeah.
I personally want to I want to send you an old Italian man, like it's
You want me to
legitimate.
start talking like this? You want the spaghetti bolognese? You want the piece? You want the sparigano word? It's the best word, the number one word in a whole of Greece. You want Italiano? Yes, ciao, bambino.
Hey, some people will get offended by that.
Maybe.
I'm offended by that because you fucking do it better than we fucking do. Just stop it.
Oh, God.
So, are you doing any stand-up soon, anywhere, or anything like that?
Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to build like a really solid hour because it's been a while since I've done it, and I feel like I've got a lot of work to do as well. Like even though like I know I've spoken about it, and I feel like I've got a high ceiling, like I know I've got a lot of work to do, and I feel like I feel like I've got I've somewhat of an idea of what it could be. So I think I just need to do the hard work, like sort of eat shit for a little while as well, like because that's part of it. You've got to go to open mic nights, test new material.
Yeah, sure,
You don't know
absolutely.
how it's going to
Yeah,
land.
yeah.
Takes a while to build a good hour.
Reminds me of remember when when Dice did that when he stand up years ago.
He did Travolta,
Travolta,
Stallone,
and
De Niro.
at a bonfire.
Yeah, oh,
You
yeah.
know,
yeah.
and that's something you could do with your fucking on your head. You know?
Yeah.
The good thing is you come in and out of it.
And coming in and out and doing that. I reckon the States. Have you ever gone to the State, done anything in the States?
Mate, it's really funny that you say that. I think I was talking to my girlfriend about this before, and I don't know how we're going to do this or implement it, but I had a mate of mine or someone that I was doing a bit of stand-up with very early days, and I'm friends with this guy on Facebook, and I've been watching him blow up. Do you know Ari Matti? Ari Mustonen is his name, from Estonia.
Maybe if I see him.
Very talented comic, bit of a weapon too. Like it comes from like a UFC background. Real interesting guy. Look him up after this.
Yeah.
He went on Kill Tony somewhat recently, and he has absolutely blown up.
Oh, wow.
And he's obviously got a lot of talent and a lot of skill and a lot of work behind him. So he was already quite established without being a household name.
Yep.
But he went on Joe Rogan, and he's just gone
just
absolutely
skyrocketed.
psycho. So I would love to go on a show like Kill Tony, but I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it is quite a difficult, like by chance sort of a opportunity that presents itself. Like the way that they do it, apparently, I was listening to a podcast the other day, is in Austin, where the Mothership is, the comedy venue.
Yep.
There's like a pub or a bar next door to the comedy Mothership, and you kind of put your name in a hat with a whole bunch of other comedians. It's vetted down from 300. They pick 8 out of a hat randomly. And then they basically pull you next door to the Mothership. You go backstage for Kill Tony, and they get you to do like a minute or 1 minute 30. And then you've got the opportunity. And that's sort of like the new...
sorry to interrupt you. They take you from that little
little
place
pub.
and into like
Yeah, if you get selected and if you're a comedian, I think you do like a set there and then you put your name in a hat and then they drag you across. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard on this podcast from someone who said that they've been on it. So, yeah, you never know. But this has obviously made his whole career go like that. So I've seen a lot of people go on Kiltonian for that to happen through them as well. So, you know, that's something that's definitely potentially on the cards. I'd love to do something like that. And I think the place to do that is the States.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I reckon like even if you went to New York and just went to the cellar and a couple of different places and all these people you're talking about, they all, you know, you mentioned before about some might not know them, some might. Everyone knows Rafa. Everyone knows Jocko. Everyone knows Jim Courier.
Trump too. Yeah, Trump too. McConaughey, Morgan Freeman, all these superstars.
Can you, I've never seen your Trump.
Oh, you haven't seen Trump?
Brace yourself.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump Bear, it's fantastic to be on the Sooshi Mango podcast. These guys are great. They're crazy. They're crazy guys. And I love them. They're fantastic. Look at their crazy faces. You guys look crazy, but I love you guys. You're super good. You're super good.
I told you to brace yourself.
I do have one question though. I want to know who's your favourite impressionist? Because there's so many great ones out there, you know.
Man, it's crazy. You know, like I actually don't like look at a lot of other impersonators, to be honest.
No?
Like, I'm not inspired by like other impersonators. Not that there's any reason for that, but like I'm trying to think. There was a guy I saw on TikTok the other day. To correct myself, there is one thing that I'm really, really appreciative of and something that I really do admire, and that's people who can do rap as the rap stars.
Oh
You know what I
my
mean?
God, there's a couple of really good ones.
I can't remember this guy's name. I wish I could remember his name. I'll have to sort of try and find it after and send it to you guys. But this guy did like DMX, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. And he did like a medley.
50 Cent.
Oh, I've seen that guy. I've seen that
was
guy.
he in the
No, so that guy you're speaking of, I know who you're talking about. I think that's Ari Spears.
No.
Ari Spears
Ari
does
Spears.
a few.
He's really good.
You're
But
talking
there's
about a guy who actually is on TikTok, right?
Yeah, he's on TikTok or
and he
Instagram.
Goes, and he puts his little messages. Oh, I can't believe that whoever Robin Williams wants me to do that, and then he goes out and does it. Yeah, I've seen that guy. It's amazing.
So it was crazy because it's like I looked at that and I was like, this is incredible. Like that's something that I look at, and because I can't like rap like those, so I'm looking at that going, that takes a lot of skill because it was something that I would actually listen
lyrical
to
as well
in the car. Yeah, like it's like I'm like, this is better than the original. Like this is unbelievable.
But he's doing raps. I've seen the same thing. He's doing raps, but he's made up the rap. So it's not like off a song.
In Tupac and in Jay-Z and in whatever.
There's a guy who does Denzel Washington better than Denzel Washington.
Oh,
Is
really?
that Jay Farrow?
Jay Farrow.
Nah, it's not Jay Farrow.
He's very good too, that Jay.
It's not Jay Farrow.
He's on
at all.
SNL, or was he?
Yeah.
He's good, Jay Farrow.
There's a guy, man.
That's good Eddie Murphy.
He's a
And Chris.
bit of a chunkier guy, and it's incredible.
I don't think I've seen this
Incredible.
This guy.
All right. Okay. All right. Always bites his lip.
Oh, yeah. I think I know that guy now. You say, yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on. We could
No,
speak
no
to you
worries.
for-
How long
for
were we
hours.
going for,
It's been
mate?
3 hours.
What?
But
You want to hear anyone else before you say goodbye to him?
oh well. Do you want to hear any, Joey?
I just love his
I think
Bruce.
it's about you.
Bruce McAvaney.
All right.
Have you met Bruce?
I haven't.
No.
Haven't.
Never run into
You never met
Bruce?
No, never.
Well, why don't you close it off with a
You
bit of
just said
Bruce?
before that the Matthew McConaughey liked your stuff.
Yeah, so it was a long time ago now, or a few years ago now. I think it was like during COVID times, but essentially like what happened was he, like I did an impersonation of him reading an excerpt from his book, Green Lights, which was he was trying to promote. And then he went on his story and he was like, you know, so I just saw an excerpt.
That is so spot on, man. Right at the start.
Guy
freaks me out a
reading
bit.
my book, Green Lights. Now, I don't know who this was, but you know exactly who it was. You know, that kind of
God,
thing. And he went on this sort of run, and then he shared my impersonation of him on his story. It was really cool. Like that was sick. So like he's obviously someone who's got a
Unbelievable.
good sense of
Bizarre.
humor and was able to sort of see the humor in it. And it was really good.
But how
So-
do you just get into it straight away? It's almost like
Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit off because I've been crook.
fucking hell. I hate to see you.
I've
I hate to see
been
it
on
when you're
antibiotics. Had a chest infection.
Jesus,
Do you-
that's good.
do you
We're all
like-
gonna be sick by Thursday.
Sometimes to get into a particular character, I'll have to say a particular word, and You know, to get into the Greek
Yeah.
character, I got to go Dasha. I have to say that to kick it. Do you have the same thing?
Yeah, sometimes I guess you could say with McConaughey, like the trigger.
Because
for me
I
is
saw you went
the little whistle.
Delicious. We stingo delicious.
Hey, you mean Bruce McAvaney? Delicious. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, man, let's talk about the Sushi Mango podcast. I mean, these guys are so strong and robust, aren't they? I mean, I've seen you in the gym. I can see your biceps. I can see your triceps. I actually can see your quads peeking through your shorts. It's so delicious. Oh, I can't believe how robust you are. You're like a young Surioli. So much VMO capacity in your lungs. You could run all day, couldn't you? You're so delicious. I love what you're doing, boys. And you're just so scrumdiddlyumptious. And I can't wait to lick your face when the podcast is on.
Oh, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
What a way to
Elliot
finish.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Check out all of his on his socials. Elliot Loney, everywhere you want to look, wherever you can go, socials and so on.
Yep.
Check him out.
ELLIOTLONEY.
Check him
There you
out.
go,
Give
check
him a
him out.
like. Give him a share. And
Mate, thanks for coming on, man.
coming
on.
Good
Thanks for having me.
chat. Good chat. Good
Yeah.
levels in that chat
Yeah,
too.
no, it's really fun, man.
We actually got we went pretty deep.
We got
there.
it
We
deep.
did.
We went.
I was getting
maybe
worried.
Maybe
I
a
was
little too deep.
No,
But we went deep.
There might be a couple of things that need to be cut. I don't know.
No,
That's up to you. You tell me.
it was a really good chat, man. And
No.
mate, we'll get you on again.
No,
in the future.
mate, I'd love to
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
4 years.
Yeah, 20,
2032.
We'll see you.
10. No, again, thanks so much for having me, guys. And yeah, like, massive
All the
fan
best.
of what you guys
Go
do.
to the States, man.
Yeah.
Go to America. I reckon you'll do some. I know it's hard just to go over there and do stuff,
Yeah.
but go to these places. They will eat it up.
I hope
they
so.
will love it.
I will give it a crack.
You do
but,
it too well.
I will say as well, good luck on the world tour as well.
Oh, thanks,
Thanks,
man.
man.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
massive
Hey,
stuff.
just before we go, I'll just say, do you ever consider doing a show of your own? Like touring
sure.
it?
Yeah, I would love to. I think I'm still a fair way off where you guys are in terms of like the numbers that you can bring to your shows.
Mate,
But I think eventually that's something that I would like to do. Just even to prove to myself that I'm capable of doing it. But like, I think it's probably just again, I need to just go through it. You know how hard it is to
Once
build.
you get that hour, that solid
Yeah.
hour you're comfortable with, and you know.
I think go to the States then.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, man. All right.
Keep
Well,
killing
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's good
Awesome.
for a week. That was a great one. I like that one.
Yeah, cheers.
And
Thanks, guys.
ciao. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week. All right. So we're sitting here recording the Sushi Mango podcast, turbocharged by Cavallo Prestige.
And the service department is literally 10 metres away.
It's just over there.
So close. If I lean back too far, I'm going to be in a hoist.
That's right. I get my car serviced, by the way.
Because it's done properly.
Manufacturer level quality keeps your warranty safe and your resale value strong.
And you don't get slapped with prestige tax on the invoice as well.
Google Cavallo Service Department and book it in.